Welcome to a series of videos I'm going to call Watch and Learn. I'm just going to record some of my haircuts that I've been doing in the shop, and we're just going to talk through some of them, what we're doing, and hopefully you can learn a thing or two. So here we've got Adam. He's having a medium length scissor cut with a tapered neckline. So I've just put a number 3 in there just to remove the bulk in the bottom of the neck and just to start the taper. Going to move over to my JRLs now. And with the blade all the way closed, we're going to put the 0 line in at the bottom of the neck. Opening the blade to a 0.5, and we're going to flick about ½ inch just above the 0 line. As you can see, the growth pattern on his neck sort of grows up and inwards, so I'm inverting the clippers and coming down on the hairs as well, just to make sure we get every little bit. We've put a 1 guard on the clipper with the blade closed, and again we're going to flick about ½ inch above our 0.5 line. Another 1 guard, I've opened the taper lever. We're going to flick up about ½ inch above the 1. Just using the corner of the blade there just to refine some of them dark patches. Switching to my mini trimmers now, we're going to outline the bottom of the neck. Clear up some of the little hairs that grow around the side. A little bit of trimmer over comb just to start taking the weight out of the outline of the haircut. And we'll do exactly the same on the other side. Starting the outline, removing some of the little hairs on the neck. Right, we've washed his hair now, nice and wet. Adam's sort of pushing his hair up and over to the right hand side. So we're gonna just give it a little bit of a trim, maintain some of the length, so we're gonna take about 1 inch off. Starting at the front of the head and working our way back, getting slightly shorter as we come to the back. Cutting through that middle section. Move over to the right section, fingers nice and parallel to the top of the head, using the middle section we just cut as our guideline. And bringing it right the way around the back of the head. And same again on the left hand side. Again, fingers nice and parallel to the head. Pulling out at a nice 90-degree angle, using the center section as our guide, and just trimming off about 1 inch. Again, going to bring it all the way around the back of the head to meet the work that we just did on the right-hand side at the back. I like to pull the fringe down when I'm trimming it. Because we've pulled it up, we've overextended that hair on the front of the head. So when you pull it forward, you can often see just there the little tiny wispy bits which are left on the ends. Okay, now I'm going to cross-check the hair. As you can see, when I pull it up, we've sort of made this wavy shape. And now we're just going to even it out by going from right to left. Taking sections the other way. This is going to ensure that we get a nice even length across the top. There we go. Let's just sweep it over just to make sure the shape's sitting nicely, and yeah, pretty happy with that. Length's looking good. Quick swig of coffee. We're going to raise him up now just to save our backs. And we are going to do a bit of scissor over comb to trim the sides. So coming from the top of the head, using what we have just cut on the top as our guide there. And working down in small sections. And then we're going to work up again. We're going to go over these areas a few times just to make sure we've got all of the little tiny hairs. Coming in at different angles as well. It's very important to be mindful of your client's ears when you're working around there with scissors. As you can see, I'm sort of picking up the hair with the scissors and making sure the comb is well in front of the ear before we're doing any cutting. Now we're going to work on this section just behind the ear using the exact same technique, scissor over comb. Apologies about the camera focus there, that's focusing in on my arm and not the haircut. But same technique, make sure the comb is in front of the client's ear so we're not cutting the ears. Again, using scissor over comb, and we're going to start blending that taper that we've just done into the bulk of the haircut at the back there. Trying to eliminate that harsh line. There we go, looks like that's coming out nicely. And we're using the scissor over comb technique to come right the way around the head. We're going over it several times just to make sure we've got all the little hairs, make sure it's nice and even. You can see I just dropped my comb there, so I had to pick it up and put it in the barber side. Or change to the black comb. Always make sure you've got some spare combs on your station just in case that happens. Your comb hits the floor, always pick it up and put it in the barber side. Never pick it up and use it on your client again. Very unhygienic. See, when we get into the top there, we're connecting the work from the sides in with the cut that we've done on the top, making sure not to cut into too much of that hair which is on the parietal ridge of the head. Again, picking up with my scissor in, comb over the top and then making sure the comb is well in front of the client's ear before we're cutting. We're just going to kind of brush the top with the sides there, and we can get a bit of a feel of how the haircut's going to sit once we're finished. So we'll see if there's any long bits we've missed that need to be taken off. Any areas that look a bit weightier than the others. Like on that front corner there. Yeah, just there, look. Doing a little bit of point cutting there just to take some length off and add some texture so it looks nice and natural when it's swept over. Okay, we're just about done with the sides now. I'm just going to flick through and just get any little bits and pieces that we've missed. Brushing it back, we see how that top is blending in with the sides nicely there. I'm going to switch to my mini trimmer now, and we're going to start blending the beard in with the haircut. Just tapering in the temples as well, and getting nice and clean around the ears. This makes the haircut feel like it lasts, because one thing that clients notice the most is when the hair starts growing over the top of the ears. That's when they start to feel untidy and feel like they need a haircut. So by getting these bits nice and tidy, I'm gonna make the haircut feel like it lasts for the customer. A little bit of trimmer over comb there, just kind of blending that tapered area into the scissor work we've done. Shaping up round the temple, we're just using the corner of the blade, almost like a pencil, just to draw the shape. Following the nice natural line as well. We're not cutting into the hairline here. We're just pushing the hair with the comb to the natural hairline, and anything that's sticking over the edge, that's what we're taking off. And same as we come round the ear, comb down any hair sticking over the natural hairline. Corner of the blade like a pencil to take them off. There we go, it's starting to take a bit of shape. Just going to start blending the beard in a touch as well. We're going to angle the comb outwards away from the face at the bottom where I'm cutting there. Just to maintain a little bit of length in the beard and just to blend in the tapered area on the temple there. There we go, starting to take a bit of shape. A little bit of scissor over comb just to finish off that blend. Just going around and refining some of the areas now. You often find that once you've outlined the haircut, you can see areas where you might need to just do a little bit more debulking, just to really start bringing it together. Again, same as we did when we were going around the ear, we're going to brush the beard to the edge of the natural line. Be a good shot there, as Adam's turned his head. Not cutting into the beard, we're just following the natural line and getting rid of any hairs that are sticking over the edge. Make sure your client's nice and clean, dust them down so you can see what hairs are attached and which ones aren't. And we're going to do the exact same thing on this other side. Trimmer over comb, taking the temple area nice and short. Little note here, all the blending of the beard into the haircut, a nice area to do it in is the height of the ear. Don't go any higher than the ear, don't really go much lower than the ear. There's a transition area from blending the beard into the haircut. Little slip there, nearly did a bit of clipper undercomb. We've all been there. What do you guys do when you mess up a haircut slightly by slipping with your clippers, saying getting underneath the comb and just leave a little notch? Most of the time I just don't mention it and my clients don't notice, but yeah, let me know what you do in the comments. Hair push to the natural line, trimmer over comb, and we're taking them off. Following the natural shape of the hairline. Same with the beard as well. Not cutting into the beard line too much, we're just taking off the loose little hairs that are sticking over the edge. There we go, look, you can really see them hairs sticking over the natural line there. Corner of the clipper. Drawing around there like a pencil, just taking them off. Lovely old job, nice and clean. Just doing a bit of trimmer over comb to take the weight off of the edge, off of the line. Again, this will make the haircut grow out nicer. Shaping in the temple. Give them a nice dust down. We can see what's attached and what isn't. A little bit more refining with scissor over comb. Just going to blend that taper into the haircut now. Now it's kind of coming to the end. We can see what little bits need buffing out. It's looking slightly heavy there, so... Just taking off little tiny bits at a time here. You don't want to be taking off massive chunks. Less is more sometimes. You can always take more off, you can't put it back on. It's better to go over an area 3 or 4 times, get it right, than to go over it once and mess it up. Adam's looking super happy. I hope he's smiling about the haircut. There we go. It's coming together now. Starting to sit nicely. Real clean around the ears. A nice flow from the top coming across into the sides. I'm just using the hairdryer now in my hand just to dry it into style. A little bit of volume and shape through the top, and once the hair's dry you can often see any scissor marks that you've left behind from cutting. Always check over your haircuts when it's wet and then check again when it's dry. I did trim Adam's beard as well. I cut that bit out of the video because my back was blocking the camera the entire time, just like now. Yeah, blowing in the direction we want the hair sitting. Right, haircut's finished now. We're going to put a little bit of product in here. Going to be using some of the styling powder. Tap in the bottle, a nice even distribution throughout the whole hair. Running my fingers through just to work that product in. A little bit through the sides as well. Murphy's got the broom, a good boy. And then just with a pompadour comb, we're going to style it. Push the sides back. Make sure the product's all worked in there. Any little flyaway hairs that are sticking up, let's get them stuck down. If you learned anything from this video, let me know down below in the comments, and we'll catch you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching everybody. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and a subscribe. I'm going to be doing more watch and learn videos like this. I'm going to try and get my camera focus a bit better for the next one. We're going to put a bit of beard balm in there as well. The full works today. The balm's good for just getting any little hairs to lay down. Keeps the beard in nice and tight. Look at that, clean as you like.